Well, hello. I know it's been a while since I've posted anything, and I am grateful for all of the subscribers that I do still have, which should be, I think, four. I believe I have four subscribers. Let me look here. No, I have 107 subscribers. Wow, I'm impressed. 107 subscribers, and my last video was posted 5 years ago. I kind of lost interest in YouTube shortly after I started into YouTube, and that's mainly because YouTube shortly after that changed their policy on needing to have 1,000 subscribers to monetize, and I really didn't have time and I wasn't enjoying it. Well, 5 years later, I have a soon-to-be 10-year-old little boy, guess he's not going to be little for much longer, who is starting to show interest in video editing and the such. And I got to thinking, you know what, that'd be great if I could get him interested in shooting video and maybe even editing some video. Maybe we could get back into this, and I'm now far less concerned about monetization. I have some projects coming up that I think would be really fun to record and put on YouTube and let people see. My interests have changed a lot since the last time. I no longer have the Grand Marquis. I'm not really participating much in RC cars as I was before. So this video here, you're probably wondering why you're watching me take trim off of a door. This is just a test video. My son, he shot all of this video. He helped me edit it, and now I'm doing this voiceover just to kind of make sure I know what I'm doing. And to be quite honest with you, I don't expect anybody to watch this video beyond this point because there's really nothing here. But I'm going to keep talking just so I can get the experience. And I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of an update on what we're doing. Again, if you don't watch past this point, I totally understand. There's nothing worth seeing here. With that said, what we're doing here is we're now in a different property than the last time I posted. About 2 years ago, we moved from the large farmhouse that we were living in one town to another town to a much smaller house, which has dropped the family's stress level a lot. You wouldn't believe how much your home or your place of residence can impact that. But it did for us. We got this place under market value for rentals in the area, and that's because it needed a roof, it needed siding, the doors were kind of beat up. The interior was pretty well taken care of, and the landlord is a really good guy. He really is. And he shows that he's interested in fixing this property up, but he was not looking to do all of that work right away. So we got a cut on the monthly rent, and he can do the repairs and such as he can work them into his budget. In the time that we've moved in, we've had a new roof put on, and that's really about it. The house does need windows. Like I said, it needs siding. The siding's really rough. But between all the things that it needed, the roof was probably the worst. And the second was the front and rear doors. And here you see me working on the rear door. I'm just getting the inside trim off, and I was pulling nails, and we're getting this all cleaned up. And we came to an agreement with him that, oh, here's the front door. I would pay for one door if he paid for the other and did most of the installation. And that might sound kind of crazy to a lot of people, that why would you pay to put doors in a rental property? And I believe in investing in the properties I'm living in. There really wasn't much to see with taking the trim off the front door. Here, Ethan and I are on a trip to the hardware store to get supplies. I had to make like 5 more trips just to get the front door done, but we'll get into that. But I believe in investing in the properties that I live in, and these doors were so bad. The front door was basically held shut, and I'm not even exaggerating, by friction. You could get it to latch, but you had to slam it really hard. It was really difficult to get the deadbolt to throw. It looked like somebody had broken into this house through both doors a couple of different times. Been pretty mistreated. So you could see light all the way around the front door, and I started doing some math, and I realized, if I came up with $700 up front, by the time I figured in my utility bill savings over the next 12 months, that door will have more than paid for itself. I am confident in saying that. So it didn't bother me at all. And originally I was just going to buy 2 cheaper pre-hung doors, totaling $700, and then have him install. But he came back and said, well, I'd like to get doors from this place, and they cost this much. And he said, you go ahead and just give me that $700, and I'll pay for the rest of it, and we'll get doors put in. So he's putting in about $1,500 worth of doors, and I paid for roughly half of it. However, by the time we got all the supplies bought, I bet we have another $300 on top of this, and that's all coming out of his pocket. $700 is all I'm investing. So I feel like we're getting a pretty good deal on him putting these doors in, and us helping him with it. And again, I'm confident that we're going to make up for it in utilities, because this front door did not seal. And to be surprising, I'm pretty surprised with how well the house has maintained temperature the last 2 years. But I know it's just going to be that much more efficient. So here I am prepping the interior trim. Here's the boy helping me. We went ahead and just lightly sanded everything and took all the high spots off, got it all cleaned up, and then we chose to put a semi-gloss polyurethane on them, just to make them look nice. And here's Ethan learning how to do some cleanup. What we're working on there is the workbench I just recently built. This is our little, not even truly a one-car garage. But I built this work table. I put the router in it, put the table saw in it. I'm also going to probably mount my shop vac underneath and get it all kind of plumbed in. And then I think in that opposite corner of where I'm at, I'm going to cut a hole and have a trash can underneath, just so it's easier to get to. We used the heck out of that when we put the door in this weekend. I don't have any video of us putting the door in. I'm probably not going to post any pictures of it. I will tell you this, it came out really nice. We did have to end up buying, and this again came out of the landlord's portion, but we had to buy a 18-foot long 1x6 piece of composite, because he's very adamant about using composite, and I totally understand why. He wants something that's going to last and not rot out. And we kind of thought, man, that's probably more than we need, and it was $115 for that 18-foot piece of 1x6. And in reality, we're probably going to use the whole thing, because we ended up using it for under the threshway, and then I also ripped a couple of pieces, and we used that to fill in the trim around the door, because the trim that came with the door, the casing that came with the door, ended up being narrower than what was originally there. So we had to fill in between that and the siding. But we wanted to do it in a nice way that would be able to remain when he goes to put the new siding on the house. So we tried to do everything thinking forward. There's the cat. And yeah, we just tried to do the best job we could. This workbench that I built made a big difference. It was really nice having that. It was nice having the router. It was nice having my miter saw. It made all the cuts go really quick. Between the landlord, his son, and myself, we got started about 8:30 in the morning, and we had the door in by like 10:30, something like that. We did some more cleanup, and then I wasn't feeling very good that morning, so I took a 2-hour nap. And then I came back out in the afternoon, and I started, well, I had put the spray foam in. We spray foamed all the way around it after we put the interior trim on. And then I came out after my nap and cleaned up the spray foam that had pushed out, and I went ahead and started cutting and trimming the casing and getting all that ready, and then the landlord stopped back by and we got it all put on. And yeah, I have to say it turned out really nice. I'm really happy with how it looks. We still have to do the back door. Hopefully we're going to do that this coming weekend. And here I am teaching Ethan how to put polyurethane on, while, you know, having never really used polyurethane myself, but I think I'm a quick study. So we took turns doing this, and that's kind of where we're going to leave off. There's going to be a little bit of a time lapse coming up here. Again, just me playing around with different features, and Ethan and I both learning how to do this. So if you've made it this far through my rambling, I really appreciate it. Again, didn't expect you to. This is just a fun test that we're going to post and see how it comes out. Oh, there goes the time lapse. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we're going to be posting more in the future.